Douglas Henry, Pete Sart, Aiden Gould, Matthew Legat, Greg Jodiet, Ronnie Lane, Gordon Spain, Spencer Burton, Stephen James, Mike Hasty. Ladies and gentlemen, the DaBaby car season finale.
Green flag, green flag.
They're going to fly down the back straightaway. Pete Sart will take the lead away from Douglas Henry. Doug will fall back to the second spot. Matthew Legat around the outside of Aiden Gould. Pop-Tart Pete leads lap number 1. Meanwhile, Matthew Legat, he's making the move on Douglas Henry. Battle for second. Looks like Matthew Legat maybe even the clear as they go into turn 3. Douglas Henry battles back up the inside. He's going to ship it into turn 1. Can Matt cross over? It's a really good corner out of Doug. Matt's going to try to drive back to the left rear. Down the back straightaway, they're even once again. Sorry. Aiden Gould now even with Greg Jodiet. The pass for third is underway with just a handful of laps left in this fuel tank. And Matthew Legat will head down pit road. He'll be the first to do so of your leaders. Short pit by about 5 laps. Stephen James, he hit pit road. So is Douglas Henry and Pete Sart, so your leaders. Down pit road, Aiden Gould stays out with Greg Jodiet, Jacob Alicia, Ronnie Lane, Eric Gonzalez. This is pit road exit. We're going to watch Pete Sart, Douglas Henry, Stephen James leave pit road here on lap 43. There's your leader, Aiden Gould, just at the top of the screen. Driving past these guys on pit road. Most of the other leaders have hit pit road. Seems like Aiden Gould stays out with Aaron Warren. Everybody else has found pit road or has exited it already. Here's Pete Sart, pit road exit. There's Matthew Legat, who pit about 4 laps ago. So Legat will inherit the lead, but will have a 4-lap tire disadvantage to Pop-Tart Pete. Then look back to Douglas Henry, who has Aaron Warren, who is outside, who's yet to pit. I think Aaron's going to have to check up here to get down into pit road. He'll stay out one more time. And there's Aiden Gould down pit road. So Aaron Warren, Iron Man, will inherit the lead. In 5 seasons of PALracing, he's only missed 1 race. It was Dover a handful of weeks ago. But what an unprecedented record that may never be broken. That many events in a row. And of course, nobody will be able to run as many events as he has from the start of the season. He will hit pit road now. He officially got to lead. A lap yellow flag is out. Ronnie Lane, entry of pit road. He's wrecked. He was not trying to enter pit road. He'd already been down before. Oh, loose inside Eric Gonzalez. The field does a really good job at avoiding. Let's go on board with Ronnie now. And you can see just car gets light, shallowed up there. Green flag is up. Green flag is out. Just in the nick of time. We're going to resume racing. here at Charlotte. Lap 49 at a 150. Pete Tart will lead with Douglas Henry, Aiden Gould side by side for second. Aiden Gould top side, Douglas Henry underneath, put Aiden Gould into second. Although that got hairy, he could get a good run here, but in turns 3 and 4, a bottom line is pretty dominant. That's where they prefer to be. He's going to lift really early. He's going to roll into the throttle late, so he can have some clean air on the nose and hopefully use the draft to build the run to the 54. But his issue right now is that's just not the preferred way to get around here the fastest. Pete has that. Pete runs middle and turn 1. Potentially an overdrive that opens the door for Gould. We're going to have a battle for the lead. Down the back straightaway, close as Aiden has been. The Gooner looks to the inside, can't do anything. He's going to run the corner the same way I described the previous lap and try to build a run going to turn 1. Now he looks to the inside. Battle for the lead is on. The Gooner versus the Pop-Tarts. Aiden on the inside. Bottom line advantage. Can he make the move for the lead? Yes, he will. He'll even clear on exit. Aiden Gould to the lead. The first driver to pass Pete Tart competitively. Douglas Henry. He's a crown jewel winner. One Charlotte, has been the favorite to win Talladega for many seasons, has yet to win there or Darlington. Jacob Licia, Greg Jodiet side by side for third. And Douglas Henry, he's right there. Watch this battle from on board with the hammer. Alicia will re-clear Greg Jodiet. Both tracks, very different driving styles. Stephen James just got around Pop-Tart Pete. Jacob Alicia, as more drivers hit pit road like Mike Hasty and Ronnie Lane, Alicia has caught Gould at the end of this run. That's good homework for him. These drivers are also just a few laps from pitting as well. Jacob Licia inside of Aiden Gould. Both drivers have yet to win at Charlotte. Both drivers only have one crown jewel to their name. Jacob Licia in his 5th season. Aiden Gould in his 4th season. Douglas Henry just in tow. He's in his 5th season. He only has one crown jewel as well. But he's won here before. But he's never had to do it under the lights. Douglas Henry, he'll hit pit road. Your first of your top 5 to do so. Pete Tart did actually the lap prior. Matthew Legant was also on pit road. Spencer Burton, he short pit this field on lap 76. Alicia, Gould, still side by side. Both were spotted by the unathletic press guys playing golf together, potentially talking business. Gould trying to recruit Alicia. He's got to put him to the test. Jacob Alicia, he'll hit pit road with Stephen James. There's Greg Jodiet. So Aiden Gould yet to pit. He's the only driver out on track who's yet to pit. Next to, of course, Aaron Warren, who has one extra lap of fuel in the tank. There goes Pete Tart on by with Matthew Legant in tow. There's Douglas Henry exiting pit road. Pete Tart will just get by him as Doug gets up to speed. And now Aiden Gould has brought it down into pit road. Aaron Warren will assume the lead once again. He's yet to pit. So not sure what's going on with him. Pitting now does not get you to the end. Here comes Jacob Alicia. 2 lap fresher tires over Pete Tart. making the pass for the lead. Jacob Alicia will make a competitive pass for the lead over Pete Tart, and one of the only times in the last 2 seasons. Pete Tart trying to battle back on the inside. Jacob Alicia, called the Unk by the young 17-year-old Pop-Tart Pete, has just passed him for the lead at Charlotte. Again, one more pit stop left in this race, but Jacob Alicia back out front like the good old days. He is leading, and he is putting up a gap over the 54. Douglas Henry is like Ryan Newman. He'll make you earn it. Gould's able to get up the inside on corner entry. On exit, they get even. I think Gould will have the advantage down here into turn 1. And I think Aiden Gould will clear Douglas Henry on exit here. He doesn't allow him to cross over. It's not even a slider, just a solid corner out of the Gooner. Aiden Gould, Douglas Henry, still pretty close. Doug, 2/10 off. Just following. Teammates Brandon Meyer and Mike Hasty pit from 7th and 8th. And they're following Greg Jodiet, who pit from 6th into pit road. So the second half of your top 10 are all on pit road right now. This is when they'll decide to make those stops. Again, your top 4 yet to budge. Eric Gonzalez, he's in the 5th spot right now. Be the first to do it. Here comes Jacob Alicia to enter pit road. Aiden Gould will try to chase him down there. Both will enter, and Gould is right there. Maximized pit road entry. It was a good stop. No lockup. I'm going to assume he got down safely without speeding. Look how close he is to the rear bumper of the 31. Alicia did not get a good qualifying position, so his pit box is early. Gould has a pit box within the top 5. That'll give Douglas Henry the lead. Does he pit now? Yes, he will. So Douglas Henry, he'll hit pit road. Here's pit road exit. We're waiting on Alicia and Gould. Alicia out of his box. He'll cross the line. Gould is right there. We're going to have a battle. Pete Tart, he stayed out. He's yet to pit so far. Here's Jacob Alicia and Aiden Gould. Alicia exits with your lead. Gould on his tail. Less than 25 laps left in this race. Pete Tart yet to pit. Same thing for Aaron Warren, Gordon Spain, Ronnie Lane. Douglas Henry on pit road. Joe Houston will pass him. Joe Houston still currently your relative leader. And look at Aiden Gould. All over the rear bumper, looks to the inside, side by side for the lead. Here we go, baby. Aiden Gould looks up the inside. Just under 15 to go. Can Jacob Alicia drive back underneath them? Both drivers are matched on tires. Arguably, both drivers matched on skill, but both are matched on wins here at Charlotte. A big old 0. They'd love to get this crown jewel victory. How hard will Alicia battle Aiden? Aiden trying to recruit him for his team next season. Alicia, he just wants to find victory lane again like he used to. Trapped on the bottom line. Outside has advantage. Alicia, really good exit. Down the back straightaway, Gould with the advantage. Bottom line dominant in 3 and 4. Hook it and drive off. Corner exit side by side. Looks like Aiden Gould will clear. He'll try to bring the car down right across the nose of Alicia. Alicia looks at the top line. Matthew Leggett, dirty air. He's going to put it in the fence to try to get out of the way of this battle. Good awareness out of the 81. But Aiden Gould will clear Jacob Alicia. 12 laps to go. Aiden Gould, again, puts it in the middle. Makes Alicia have to choose the second half to third lineup. Alicia on exit, bumper to the back of the 51. He's going to take the run to the rear, and now they're going to chase each other down into turn 1. Gould feels the pressure. Alicia is letting him know he's there, and he's not here to play nice. If they're teammates next season, that doesn't matter tonight. They are rivals. Alicia down the bottom. Gould tries to block. Alicia back to the top. They're going to come back to 5 to go. Again, I think Gould might have had the advantage there, trying to play some defense. Alicia off the corner again. 5 laps to go here at Charlotte. Twitch chat, I need to hear who you're pulling for. This could end with a wreckers or tied together with checkers. And again, Gould blocks low. Alicia has to go high. I think that might have hurt his momentum having to jump back up to the outside line. Can he get there on the exit? He's still all over the rear bumper. 3 laps to go. He's looking to the outside of the Gooner. Champion versus champion into turn 1. My heart is beating fast. Jacob Lisa, can he look back underneath the Gooner? Blocking down the back straightaway. Gould from the top back to the middle puts Alicia back behind him. When will Alicia run out of patience with this blocking? The last race in the season. Gould looking for win number 11. Jacob Alicia, win number 7. Both have yet to win the DaBaby car 225 crown jewel. We did not make a mistake making it the season finale, making it under the lights at night at Charlotte. This is beautiful racing, but again, Alicia, he's going to have one more lap to make something happen. Just like how Matthew Heel and Douglas Henry were coming to the white flag in Season 2. 1 lap to go in the DaBaby car 225. Jacob Alicia, he's close enough to make something happen. The question is, will it happen? He tries to get a run back off of turn 2, but the gap is no longer 1 car length. That is a huge separation down the back straightaway. Can Aiden Gould finally do it? Final corner, 3 and 4. Alicia is not close enough. Aiden Gould, after 4 long seasons, is finally going to win the DaBaby car 225.
Yeah, got him.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Fucking my leg was shaking for like the last 5 laps, dude. I was so fucking nervous.
Good win, Aiden.
Thank you, Brandon. Good race, everyone.
Aiden Gould, that might go down as one of your greatest finishes in PALracing history.
Oh my god, dude. The last 10 laps, I was just sweating my ass off because I knew Jacob saved the stuff a little better. Man, he gave me a run for my money. I don't know how I held him off. I thought for sure when he got to my outside with like 3 to go, it was over. But, man. Yeah, this one's pretty cool, man. This is probably my favorite one so far.
Season 5 finale, we switch it to the Charlotte night race. When you saw the DaBaby car 225 moving to the season finale, Darlington switching spots with it, does it change how you prep for this race? Does it change the hype around this race?
I think it's more of a hype because Darlington, like the finale, just wasn't good finishes. I would say it was good racing, but you just want to get a good finish for the lead. But I mean, I feel like tonight, I mean, really the whole race, we always had a good battle for the lead ever since the beginning of the race, and I just can't believe we won, man. This is very cool.
Aiden, you had to make that car 3 lanes wide to hold off Alicia. Do you think that golf outing you and had is going to be affected by, you know, the maybe the silly season talks to fight him that hard for the win?
No, I mean, Jacob ran me clean. I mean, we're going for the win at the end of the day, but I feel like that's the cleanest she can do it. We never really even touched. The only touching that we did was just him hitting my bumper. And, yeah, I'm kind of shocked right now that we held off.
One last thing, Aiden, to finish off Season 5. What you got to say, what you got to shout out?
Shout out my teammates, Eric, Pete, and T-Pain for the most part. He had a great season. I feel like I had a good season as well. Maybe just a little bit down year. Eric had a good season for the races he showed up, except for maybe like one race. And T-Pain was a good guy to hang out with in the calls, man. So I shout out my team, shout out you, shout out WBR, shout out everyone for PAL. I mean, this is pretty badass right now.
This is pretty badass. Congratulations, Aiden, on the win. Race win number 11. Still the only driver in double digits.
Thank you.
We'll send him back down to finishing P2. What a climactic finish. And Alicia, I think you tried everything short of just wrecking him. He was making that car 3 lanes wide. You know, what's your reaction to that? Is it just good, hard racing between a guy you've known for 4 seasons now?
Noah, I don't think there's a thing Aiden would have done differently, and there's not a thing I would want him to change, other than maybe having a less wide car. Get that thing out of the way. I got a race to win.
Alicia, what a run, man. And I think there was a few of us that were going, wow, this is like having prime Jacob Alicia back. You got the win at Pocono to break the very long winless streak again. But, man, 2 seasons this season, or two wins, excuse me, would have been awesome. We come up just short, but talk about that race to the finish. You, Aiden, and Doug were just faster than Pete. You had the better strategy, and you had the better long-run car, but we had about 15 laps less on this final run versus the others.
Yeah, that was all over my mind. I was trying to make sure to push it just a little bit harder on that stint, but that's just that's not where I was exceeding this race, so Aiden was slowly catching me. And then I just had one lap where I caught traffic at just the worst place, and it cost me about 3/4 of a second. And that's what I would have needed to win this race. I feel like maybe a narrow race car so I could get by, one or the other.
Alicia, you're still going to next season looking for the DaBaby car crown jewel victory for your 6th try. Congratulations on the top 3. It was a hard-fought battle, going down as one of the best in PAL history. You're a part of it.
Thanks, Noah. I'll get it next year.
Alrighty. We'll send him back down and bringing up the man of the season, Pop-Tart
No,
Pete.
but
Narowdy up at the booth. Yeah, you got a copy.
gotcha, Noah.
Pete, Season 5 champion, Season 5 All-Star, Season 5 Darlington Don't Tread on Me Crown Jewel winner, 7 career wins. How does that sound?
I mean, it sounds outstanding.
Pete, talk about getting this championship. A lot of people might not know this, but you were here at Season 1. You started the first race in PAL. You went on a hiatus. You come back around the end of Season 3, full-time-ish in Season 4 for your mom drug you to Italy, but full-time in Season 5, you get the chip.
I mean, yeah, I'm just really happy we could put it together, especially in our last season here in PAL. I mean, it's a great series. Just, I mean, thank you to everyone who put their logos on my car, and I mean, just an absolute great year. I learned so much since the very first PAL race.
And you just mentioned it, but I want you to talk about it to everybody listening. Your final season full-time in PAL for now. What's that mean, and what are you moving on to?
Yeah, it's definitely like a very bittersweet moment. You know, I love a lot of people in here, love the league. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I mean, we'll see where the wind takes us. Hopefully just try to improve more.
Alrighty. Pop-Tart Pete, PALracing Season 5 champion. Congratulations. The 17-year-old Californian warms our hearts.
Thank you, Noah.